students, standard 9, chapter number 14, statistics. In our previous video, there we learned the three method for finding out the mean. Which three method we learned? First method is a direct method. And using that method, we can find out the mean. X bar is equal to, in that the formula is sigma fi xi upon sigma fi, right? Where xi is represent the class mark, or you can say the mid value of the given class. And class mark or mid value, how we can find out? Whatever the class is given, its upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Using that, we can find out the xi value of each class, right? And this fi is represent the frequency of the given classes, right? That means it is given in our question. So you have to remember, in direct method, the x bar, the mean formula is x bar is equal to sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. Second method is assume mean method. Its formula is mean x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi di upon sigma fi, where a is you have to assume one mean from the xi column, and di is represent the difference between xi and a. Right? So assume mean method's formula is what? X bar is equal to a plus sigma fi di upon sigma fi. Third method we learn, which is a step deviation method. So in which the mean formula is what? X bar is equal to a plus sigma fi ui upon sigma fi into h, right? So that is a step deviation method. X bar is equal to a plus sigma fi ui upon sigma fi into h, where a we have to assume a mean from the xi column, and ui is represented by xi minus a divided by h, where h is called the class size, right? Class size of the given class. Sigma fi is a summation of all frequency. Okay, so these are the three methods. Using that we can find out the mean. And then we discuss also, using that three method, whenever we find out the same data, we get the same mean, right? Another thing, when we have to apply the direct method, whenever your fi and xi are given smaller, value, then we have to apply the direct method. Another thing, whenever the class interval is not given the same, then you can also apply the direct method. Class size is different, each and every class is given which is a different size, then you have to apply the direct method, right? So remember that three equation for finding out the mean. Now here the question number 1. See, a survey was conducted by a group of students. One survey which is conducted by a group of students. It is a part of their environment awareness program. In which they collect the following data regarding the number of plants in 20 houses in the locality. So in environment awareness program, a group of students are visit the 20 houses in which they collect the data about the number of plants, right? So we have to find out the mean number of the plants or houses. How many number of the plants? Its mean we have to find out. So data is given, number of plants 0 to 2, 2 to 4 up to 12 to 14. Number of houses is given 1, 2, 1, 5, 6, 2, 3. So now what is the meaning of the given observation? Here, there we can say there is a one house in which there is a plant from 0 to 2, right? Now second observation meaning is what? There is a two house in which there are number of plants in between 2 to 4. There is a one house, there are number of plants in between 4 to 6. There are 5 houses, there are number of plants in between 6 to 8. So that way all the data is given. So they said find out the mean, right? So as we discussed, there are three methods for finding out the mean. But as I told you, which method we have to apply according to data, you have to select any one of the method, right? So here, as we observe, this is our frequency value, number of houses. You observe all of the frequency values are given in a single digit, right? You can say it is a small. Another thing, here whatever the classes is given, apply? We have to apply the direct method, right? So direct method's equation is what? X bar is equal to sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. So for that we have to make our table. Suppose here I write the number of plants which is given in form of class. Number of plants. First class is 0 to 2, second class is 2 to 4, third class is 4 to 6, then after 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12 and 12 to 14, right? Then after we have to write the number of houses. This is represent our frequency Fi value, right? So see, as we represent Fi values in equation, there is given 1, 2, 1, 5, 6, 2 and 3, right? Now as I told you here Fi and Xi value is smaller, so that's why we have to apply the direct method. In direct method we have required Xi column. So here we have to make a Xi column, or you can say it is a class mark or mid value, right? Each and every class mark, or you can say the mid value you have to write. So that class mark, how we can find out? That thing we already discussed. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So we get the 2 by 2 is equal to 1, right? So that first class mark or Xi value is what? 1. Another way you can also define, here is a smaller value, so you can identify in between 0 and 2 which value we can write is a 1. So this is our mid value, right? In between 2 to 4 which value we get? 3. Otherwise for finding out Xi value, 2 plus 4 is a 6 divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is a 3, right? Here we get the mid value as a 5. Here we get the mid value as a 7. Here class mark value we get as a 9. Here is a 11. And here is a 13. So Xi column we make, right? Now in direct method we have required summation of Fi xi in numerator. Fi xi in a numerator, right? So we make the next column is a Fi xi. Now Fi is here, this is a xi. So for each and every class you have to do the multiplication of the Fi and Xi. 1 into 1 here we get as a 1, 2 3s are 6, 1 5s are 5, 5 7s are 35, 6 9s are 54, 2 into 11s are 22, 3 into 13s are 39. Now in equation, in numerator there we write the value of summation of Fi Xi. So we have to do the summation of all these value Fi Xi columns. So 9 plus 2, 11 plus 4, 15 plus 5, 20 plus 5, 25, 25 plus 6, 31 plus 1, 32. So 2 is there, 3 is carried, 3 plus 3 is a 6 plus 5, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 3. So 16 we get. So 162 is the sigma Fi Xi. Another value we required in a equation which is a summation of all frequency. So Fi column is here, its all value we have to take the summation. So 1 plus 2 3 plus 1 4 plus 5 9 plus 6 15 plus 2 17 plus 3 20. Okay, so summation of Fi is equal to 20. In another way, in a question they also mention how many houses they take. 20 houses data they take, right? So here summation of all frequency, or you can say the number of total houses is 20. Okay, so now for finding out the mean, here we have to whatever value we get, that thing we write. Here we represent sigma Fi is equal to 20 and sigma Fi Xi is equal to 162. So we apply the direct method. So using a direct method, mean formula we have to write mean X bar is equal to sigma Fi Xi upon sigma Fi. Sigma Fi Xi value is what? 162. Sigma Fi value is what? 20. Right? So this is a 10 2s are. Here is a 81 2s are. So 2 cancel out. So here we get the 81 divided by 10. 81 in numerator, denominator there is a 10. Here is in denominator 10. So decimal point it comes the left hand side as a 1 point, so we get the 8.1. Right? So mean of the given observation is what? 8.1. Right? So we can write our answer in a statement form. The mean number of plant per house is 8.1. The mean number of plants per house is 8.1. Right? So that way we can find out the mean using a direct method. Okay. Hello students, standard 10 chapter number 14 statistics. Now we have to solve the question number 2. Consider the following distribution of the daily wages of 50 workers of a factory. It is given. Here 50 workers daily wages is given. So observe, daily wages are given in a group data and the number of workers, it means the frequency is given, right? Fi value is given, 12, 14, 8, 6 and 10. What is the meaning of that? So we can say there are in a factory there are 12 workers whose daily wage is in between 100 to 120. 12 workers whose daily wage is in between 100 to 120. In a factory there are 14 workers whose daily wage is in between 120 to 140, right? So they say same way another data is given. Now they said find out the mean daily wages of the workers of the factory by using the appropriate method. So as I told you, for defining the method, if the smaller value of xi and fi is given, then you have to use the direct method. Otherwise you can apply the assuming method or step deviation method, right? So after observing the class, the class is given in a bigger value. It's 100 to 120, 120 to 140, right? In 3 digits it is given. So we have to apply the step deviation method, right? So we have to apply the step deviation method. So for that we have to make a table. Okay. Now before that, here in step deviation method, its formula is, here I write the step deviation method's formula, which is a x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi ui upon sigma fi into h, right? So it means for finding out the mean, that value we require for finding out the mean of the given question. Now in which then h is what? H we already discussed. H means it is a class size of the given observation. So observe the class of each and every. After observing each and every class, this is a continuous data, right? Because the first class is end with the 120, then second class is start from the 120. So that type of class is called the continuous class. And continuous class is given, so that's why its class size. How we can find out? Here I write the class size of the given observation. Class size h is equal to what we have to do? Upper limit minus lower limit. So 120 minus 100. So we get the 20. Right? So observe the each and every class. There is the class size is a 20. Right? 140 minus 120 is a 20. 160 minus 140 is a 20. So our h value is a 20 is there. Now for the given observation we have to make a table. So in which first of all we have to write the daily wages, which is given in rupees form. Each and every class we have to represent here. So first class is 100 to 120, then after 120 to 140, 140 to 160, 160 to 180, 180 to 200. Then after here we have to write the number of workers, means frequency. Number of workers means frequency is given Fi. First class frequency is 12, second class frequency is 14, 8, 6 and 10. Right? Now here observe the equation. For the step deviation method. First we require the A value. A value means you have to assume mean from the xi column, right? So that value, for finding out the A value, we have required the xi column, or you can say the class mark column, right? And xi column, how we can find out its mid value? We have to write each and every class mid's value we have to write here as in a xi column. So 100 plus 120 divided by 2. So 220 divided by 2. So we get the 110. Right? And you can directly we can say in between 100 to 120, mid value is what? 110. Otherwise, you have to apply the class mark formula. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. That way also you get the 110. Right? Now, that class mid value is what? 130. That class mid value is what? 150. And 170. And here is a 190. Suppose after writing the two values of xi, you can directly write the another class's mid value. How? If you know the class size is a 20, so after writing this 110 plus 20 is a 130, 130 plus 20 is a 150, 150 plus 20 is a 170. So that way you can also write the xi value of each and every class. Right? Now, as I told you, that a value we get from the xi column. So for the easiness of the sums, we have to take the a value, we have to assume which is a midmost value of the xi column. So midmost value is a 150, right? From the upper one and from the lower one, midmost value is a 150. So we assume as a mean as a 150. So a value we assume as a 150, right? Now we have required, after a assuming, we have required ui value. So ui value is what? Ui is represent xi minus a. A means what? 150 divided by h. H means what? 20 divided by h. It means 20. Now for finding out each and every class ui value, one by one we take the xi value. So that class xi value is 110. Here we put the 110 minus 150 divided by 20. Right? So 110 minus 150, so we get the minus 40 divided by 20, so we get the minus 2. So that class ui value is what? Minus 2. Same way, for that class ui value, that class xi value is 130. In that equation, we have to put 130 minus 150 divided by 20, so we get the minus 20 divided by 20, so we get the minus 1. Right? And for the same class, for that third one, here is xi value is 150 and minus 150 divided by 20. So 0 by 20 is equal to 0 only. Same way, that class xi value is 170 minus 150 divided by 20. So we get the 20 divided by 20 is equal to 1. And here is 190 minus 150 divided by 20. So 40 divided by 20 is equal to 2. Okay. So this is the exercise first sum. That's why here I write the how we get the ui and I represent all the calculation of the ui. Otherwise, what you have to remember? If after assuming the a, its ui value you have to directly write the 0. Its ui value directly write the 0. After assuming the a, that class ui value what you have to write? It is a 0. And on the above classes, you have to represent the negative value minus 1, minus 2. Suppose here again another next class is there, that minus 3, minus 4. And on the below part, there you have to write the positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, that way. Okay. So that way you have to remember the ui value. You always get that way. Whatever the a assume you define, its ui value is 0, above value is minus 1, minus 2, and below value is 1, 2, 3, that way. Okay. So here that way you have to remember the ui column how you can write easily. Here is a 0, minus 1, minus 2, 1 and 2. Now here observe the equation. Here ui we require with multiplication with fi. Right? fi ui multiplication we require. So next column we have to make a fi ui's multiplication. Now observe here fi column is the second one. This is the second column is a fi and ui column here we define. This is our ui column. Its multiplication we require. So its value multiplication we have to do 12 into minus 2. So we get the minus 24. Right? 14 into minus 1. So minus 14. 8 into 0. So we get the 0 only. 6 into 1. So we get the 6. Now 10 into 2. So we get the 20. But in equation, fi ui is what we require? Summation. Sigma fi ui. It means its summation we require. So whatever the fi ui's column we get the value, its summation we have to do at last. Fi ui's summation. Sigma fi ui is what? Now how we can do easily? Positive numbers first of all take the summation. So 20 plus 6 is a 26. Now negative number summation we have to do. It is a minus 38. Right? So we get the minus 12. Minus 12. Bigger number sign we have to take because 26 minus Now sigma fi ui value we get, another value we require sigma fi. So summation of all frequencies values. So sigma fi, column, second column is fi value represented. So it's all value summation we have to do. In a question they give also there are 50 workers in a factory. If you do the summation of this frequency, so you get the 50 only, right? So sigma fi value is a 50, h value we already represent, which is a 20. Okay, so now we write all this value, whatever we define in a table. Here we define a is a 150, then sigma fi is a minus 12, then sigma fi value is a 50, then h value we represent as a 20, right? Now using the step deviation method, its formula we have to write x bar is equal to a plus sigma a phi ui upon sigma a phi into h, right? Now a value is what here? Here 150 plus sigma a phi ui is minus 12. We write here in numerator minus 12. In denominator sigma a phi value is 50 into h value is a 20, right? So that 0 is cancelled out. Now minus 12 into 2 is a minus 24. Here is a plus minus there is a minus. So we get 150 minus 24 divided by 5. Now what you have to do? You have to take the division of 24 by the 5, right? So you get the 150 minus 5 goes a 20. Point 40 is the remainder. So 5 is a 40, right? So 4.8 we get. So 150 minus 4.8. So you get the 145.2. 145.2 is a mean of the given observation, right? So at last we have to write our answer in a statement form. It is what? The mean daily wages of the worker of the factory is 145.2 rupees. The mean of the daily wages of the worker of the factory is how many rupees? 145.2 rupees. Okay. Another time, chapter number 14, statistics, in which exercise 14.1, question number 3. The following distribution shows the daily pocket allowance of children of a locality. So here is the given observation. There they give the distribution of the daily pocket allowance of a children, right? The mean pocket allowance is rupees 18. So observe in that question they already give the mean. Mean value is what? 18. Mean of the children's having the pocket allowance is rupees 18. So find out the missing frequency. So observe the given distribution in which the daily pocket allowance, which is given in a group data, and it is a continuous data, right? After observing the classes, we can say it is a continuous data. So, and in which they give the number of children, there are 7 children whose daily pocket allowance is in between 11 to 13, right? 6 children whose daily pocket allowance is in between 13 to 15 rupees. There are 9 children whose daily pocket allowance is 15 to 17 rupees. So that way the data is given. So we have to find out the missing frequency. That f value we have to find out. If you observe the question number 2, then in that question they give the all frequency value. Then they say find out the mean, right? But in that question they give the already mean value is given, right? Mean value is given. They say find out the missing frequency. Okay. So from the mean value is given, so we can say this is the sum of the mean, right? And in which we have to apply the mean formula. We all know there are 3 mean formula. So for that we apply the step deviation method. Okay. In step deviation method, first we find the class size of the given observation. Class size h is equal to here upper limit minus lower limit. So 13 minus 11. So we get the 2, right? So our h value is a 2. Now for applying the mean, for finding out the missing frequency, as I told you, we have to apply the step deviation method. So here I write the formula of the step deviation method. X bar is equal to a plus sigma a phi ui upon sigma a phi into h. right? So we have to make a table in which we have to find out the first of all a value. So here I write the table. So in which first of all daily pocket allowance is given. Daily pocket allowance which is given in rupees. We write the first one. 11 to 13 is our first class. 13 to 15, 15 to 17, 17 to 19, 19 to 21, 21 to 23, 23 to 28, fine. Then after here the number of children, or you can say Fi value is given. Fi value is given 7, 6, 9, 13, F, 5 and 4. Right? Now, as I told you, in step deviation method, we have required a value. A value we get from the xi column. So, for the given class, its xi value we have to find out. Now, xi value how we get? For this class, xi value, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So, we get the 24 by 2. So, we get the value. Right? So, that way we have to find out the each and every class's mid value. 14, that class mid value is 16, that class mid value is 18, that class mid value is 20, 22 and 24. Okay. So, after writing the xi column, there we have to assume a value. Now, which value we have to take as a A? See, remember that thing. Whenever the missing frequency type sum is given, in which whatever the missing frequency, its xi value you have to assume as a. Here is a f is given in that class. So that class xi value we have to assume as a. Okay. Remember that thing. Sometimes they may give the two missing frequency. Sometimes they may give the two missing frequency. In that case, you can take any one of the missing frequency value as a. Okay. In that sum, they give the missing frequency f is in that class. So for that class, xi value we take as a value. So remember that thing. In missing class frequency, we have to take the a value at the whatever the missing frequency class is given. Now, next, in the equation, there we require the ui value, right? So we make a ui column next, and in previous class, in previous sum, there we discussed if your a value whenever you take, then its ui value is always 0, right? If you put that value as a xi minus a is a 20 divided by class size is a 2. In that, if you put that value, xi value is 20, 20 minus 20 is 0, right? So you get a 0 only. In upper class, you have to write the negative value minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. In lower one of the 0, we have to write the plus 1 and plus 2. Now, after writing the ui value, we have to multiply with fi. So next column we have to make as a fi ui column, right? Now fi value is here. Observe, this is the second column is a fi value represent. Its multiplication we have to do with the ui. So 7 4s are 28, but it is a minus. So minus 28. Here 6 into minus 3 minus 18. 9 into minus 2 minus 18. 13 into minus 1 minus 13. F into 0, so we get the 0 only. 0 is multiplied with any variable, then we get the 0 only. 5 into 1, so we get the 5. And 4 into 2, we get the 8, right? After that, here, as per the equation, we require the summation of fi ui. So we have to do the summation of all these things, all the numbers, sigma fi ui. So 8 plus 5 is plus 13, right? Here is a minus 13, so it is become a 0. Now we have to do the addition of all these three numbers. Here all three numbers is a negative, so our answer we get in a negative form, right? Now 8, 8, 8, so 3 8s are 24, so 4 is there and 2 is carry. 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6. So minus 64 we get is a summation of fi ui, right? Now another value we require summation of fi ui. So summation of fi ui here we have to do sigma fi. So sigma fi value we require. The summation of all frequency we have to do here. So for that all numbers addition we have to do, in which we have to add the f, which is missing, right? So f we write here in a summation form. All numbers addition we have to do. So how we do the addition? 7 plus 6, 13. 13 plus 9, 22. 22 plus 13, so 35. 35 plus 5, 40. 40 plus 4, so 44. So summation of frequency is 44 plus f we get. And h value we require, we already defined. Okay. So now here we represent all the value which we define from the table. So a value we get the 20. Sigma fi ui value we get as a minus 64. Sigma fi value we get the 44 plus f. And h value which is a 2. H value is a 2. Now using a step deviation method. Using a step deviation method, we put the formula x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi ui upon sigma fi into h. Right? Now see the question, in that one of the value is given in a question. There is given mean of the given observation is what? 18. Right? Mean pocket allowance is given 18. So another value is given, x bar value is given 18. Right? In that case we have to find out the missing frequency. Okay. Now x bar value is given, which is a 18. Here I put is equal to a value is 20 plus sigma fi value is minus 64. Divided by sigma fi value is 44 plus f. 44 plus f into h value is a 2. Right? Now how we have to simplify? We have to find out the f. Okay. So that f is given in that term. This is the whole term which is in a multiplication. So what we have to do for defining the f value here? First of all, at 20 I take in the left hand side. So plus 20 is comes to the left hand side. And then it is its sign is changed. So it is become a 18 minus 20 is equal to, right? Here what we get, minus 64 into 2. Minus 64 into 2. So we get the plus minus, there is a minus. 64 into 2 we get the 128. In denominator 44 plus f is there. 44 plus f is there. Right? Now 18 minus 20. So we get the minus 2 only. Right? Minus 2 is equal to minus 128 divided by 44 plus f. Okay. Now this 44 plus f is comes to the left hand side and multiply with the numerator, and then minus 2 is goes to the right hand side in the denominator. So we get the 44 plus f is equal to minus 128 divided by minus 2. Right? So minus is cancelled out, and here is a 2 64s are 128. So we get the 44 plus f is equal to 64. We have to find out the f value. So the numerical value we take in the right hand side. So its sign is become a minus. So f is equal to 64 minus 44. So we get the f value is what? 20. Right? So missing frequency of the given observation is 20. Right? Then the f value is here is a 20. Okay. So missing frequency sums are very important because they may ask for the 3 marks, and most frequently asked in the examination.